Hey there everybody, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to go over how to identify fake wholesale suppliers, because when it comes to finding suppliers for your wholesale business, it's important to identify whether some of these suppliers are legit or not, okay? And so in this video, I'm going to go over some of the basics on how to identify whether they're real or legit, or they're just trying to milk you for some money and they really aren't a legit business, all right? So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Be sure to smash the like button, drop a comment down below, and let me know if you guys found this video very helpful down in the comment section down below. So one of the first steps that you can take in order to identify whether a supplier is legitimate or not is by the business documents that they request or don't request. Now, when it comes to wholesalers or distributors in the Amazon FBA business, your wholesalers need to request certain documents. Documents such as your EIN number, your reseller's permit. This may be called differently on a state-to-state basis, or just anything of that sort. Maybe bank accounts, trade references, bank references. Whatever the case may be, they need to request some of these forms, because if they do not request any of these forms whatsoever, then they are not a legitimate wholesaler slash distributor, okay? Because legitimate distributors, wholesalers, they request these documents in order to tax exempt you from paying any sales tax on any purchase that you make from these suppliers, okay? And so you don't want to be, as a business, as a retailer, to be paying sales tax on any of your products. Number one, it's going to kill into your margins. And number two, you're not the end consumer, okay? You're not the one consuming these products. They're being resold to other customers. And so they're the ones who's going to pay sales tax on these products, not you. So if they're not asking for any of these documents whatsoever, then 99% of the time, they are not legitimate suppliers, okay? So please make sure that when you're signing up for wholesale accounts that they request one or two or all of these documents, okay? Because if they're not, and I really don't want you guys to fall for any of this crap out there where they're just, selling to anybody out there. So the next step that you can take in identifying whether a supplier is legit or not is how they do their business, okay? Are they B2B? Are they, selling to the public? Or what's the case on this situation, right? So 9 out of 10 times, they should be strictly B2B, okay? Because if they're selling to both businesses and to the regular consumer out there, chances are that the pricing are going to be way off. They're not going to be as great as you think they are. And plus, when it's B2B, it's just strictly business, okay? There's no need for having other people come in and buying those same products, because then they're just going to be milking out some of the price difference to you. So therefore, that's not a true legitimate wholesaler as well. Now, this may be different when it comes to actual brands themselves, okay? So maybe smaller brands, they have their website, they sell to the public, but they also have a wholesale option at the very bottom of the page of some sorts for, smaller, not so much known brands, but they're coming up and whatnot. Now, that's entirely different, because with brands, they will have different pricing, they will have different catalogs, and they will have a different process. But if it's, big wholesalers in the public, big distributors that they call themselves distributors, that they're doing both, then chances are you don't want to really open accounts with those, because, they just sell to anybody. And even if they request those documents, I guess they are legitimate in that aspect, but their pricing may be very, very terrible. So you need to be careful with some of these suppliers that do sell to the public and to businesses, okay? Try to keep it strictly business to business, unless it's with brands, and that's an entirely different situation. And so you need to be careful on how you approach them, all right? So just be careful, don't be dumb, and make sure you're following these proper guidelines in order to avoid some of these hassles. Now, the next step that you can take in order to identify whether a supplier is legit or not is the pricing. Again, if you're finding suppliers that are strictly B2B, 9 out of 10 times, they shouldn't be showing any of their pricing to just anybody on the website or through a catalog, all right? And I say this because 9 out of 10 times, these suppliers, they hide these prices for those who have accounts with them. So when you're on the website, it'll show the product, it'll show the SKU number sometimes, but it won't show you the pricing. It'll say something like log in to see pricing of some sort, right? And so that's what you want to see, okay? You don't want to just go on the site and see that, oh, this is $3.50, $5, $10, whatever, because chances are that they're selling to just anybody. And so you don't want to be just anybody, okay? You're here as a retailer. You're here to do business. And if they're just handing out those pricing for anybody, then yeah, you don't want to deal with those type of suppliers either, okay? So make sure that the pricing is hidden. Make sure that there's a barrier to entry. to seeing that pricing, which is a good thing, okay? Because if nobody else can see it and you're able to open that account, then you're able to see that pricing once you make that account and actually establish a relationship with these suppliers. Now, the last way that I can think of how to identify fake suppliers is that they strictly cater to Amazon sellers, okay? And this is a big one because I know for a lot of beginners who get into wholesale, they want to find the quickest way to find suppliers. They want to find that quick product. And so you're more likely to just get into any supplier that's throwing you products out there, okay? You go to a supplier's website, it says, products for all Amazon sellers. We sell strictly to Amazon sellers. They show the ASIN number, the suggested buy cost, the suggested product number, the suggested profits, like all that good stuff. They have all this data, all this information, links to the Amazon pages to show you the products are real and whatnot. But you come to find out that once you start buying these products, they end up tanking. And so, that kind of beats the point from going from online arbitrage into wholesale. It's because then you start finding all these products from these so-called suppliers. And yeah, just avoid them overall. You don't want to deal with suppliers that are just throwing out products to Amazon sellers, okay? Because if they were that good to sell on Amazon, why wouldn't they sell them themselves, right? Why are they just giving you guys these products and telling you, hey, come on in, Amazon sellers? 9 out of 10 times you want to avoid these suppliers because I've dealt with some of them. And yeah, man, them products will just start tanking. There's no profits. You're either going to have to be the first to send them in, or you're going to have to be the last to send them in. Or you're going to have to be the last one and hold your product and actually sell out. And so situations like this, you're not really dealing with legitimate suppliers either, okay? Now, some of them are tricky because they will ask you for a sales permit or whatever. But even then, it's just not legitimate business. And you need to be very careful when dealing with these type of suppliers, because otherwise you will get burnt and you will lose a lot of money in the process, okay? So don't get caught up in the hassle of trying to find a quick buck and whatnot. Do the work, do it legitimately, find real suppliers, build up relationships, put in the work, and take your time finding suppliers, okay? Because if you fall for one of these suppliers where they're just giving out to any Amazon seller, you're going to realize how quickly that's going to fail. And then you guys are going to get burnt out. You're going to get discouraged. You're going to want to quit this business model. And so just avoid it overall. And especially from people from social media, okay? Instagram, Twitter. If people are offering you ASINs to buy wholesale on social media, please run away. Don't do it and just avoid it, okay? Otherwise, you're going to get very burnt. And there are some very bad apples out there who are hunting on you Amazon sellers. So do be careful. And without further ado, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys found this video very helpful. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let me know if I missed anything or if if there's anything else you guys can add. But as far as that is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.